I'm so grateful my husband supported our son's therapy journey. When our son Liam was diagnosed with autism at age 5, my husband became his biggest cheerleader, or so I thought. He'd sit in on therapy sessions, read every book I bought, even joined the parent support groups. "We're in this together," he'd say, squeezing my hand, and I believed him completely. Liam's therapist recommended we reduce masking, let him stim freely, embrace his special interests. So at home, we made it safe. Liam could flap his hands, talk about dinosaurs for hours, be himself. My husband nodded along to everything, but then Liam started having meltdowns at school, terrible ones. The teacher said he'd be fine all morning, then suddenly break down around noon, crying that he was doing it wrong and needed to be better. I couldn't figure it out. At home, he seemed happy, confident even. One day I came home early from work. I heard my husband's voice from Liam's room and I stopped outside the door. "Buddy, you know Mom means well, but when we're at Grandma's this weekend, you need to keep your hands still, okay? No one wants to see that flapping thing." My stomach dropped. "But Mom said, Mom doesn't understand how the real world works," my husband interrupted. "Trust me, you don't want people thinking you're weird." I stood there, frozen, listening to him undo months of therapy in 30 seconds. That's when I realized something. The meltdown started 3 months ago, right when my husband started helping more with pickup. Right when he began spending more one-on-one time with Liam. I didn't confront him. Instead, I started documenting everything. I installed a nanny cam in Liam's room, disguised as a regular clock. I started recording our family dinners. I kept a detailed journal of every comment my husband made when he thought I wasn't paying attention. Over 6 weeks, I captured it all. Him telling Liam to act normal around family. Him hiding Liam's stim toys before company came. Him literally coaching our 6-year-old on how to pass as neurotypical. And the worst part? He was telling Liam that I secretly agreed with him, that I just couldn't say it out loud because I was too nice. I took everything to Liam's therapist first. She watched the videos, read the transcripts, and her face went pale. "This is psychological abuse," she said quietly. "He's teaching Liam that who he is isn't acceptable." Then I took it to my lawyer. We built a case for sole custody over 2 months. Documented harm, expert testimony, video evidence. My husband had no idea. The day I filed, I also emailed the recordings to his mother, the woman who'd been pressuring us to fix Liam. I included a note. "This is what you taught him. Watch what he's teaching our son." I sent copies to his workplace HR with a formal complaint about him sharing ableist views about our son during company family events. And I posted a carefully worded statement on social media, no names, but explaining how a parent can love their child and still harm them by demanding they hide who they are. I didn't share the videos publicly, but I shared enough that everyone who knew us understood exactly who I was talking about. My husband came home to divorce papers and a temporary restraining order. "You're overreacting," he said, his face red. "I was just trying to help him fit in. You were teaching our son to hate himself," I said calmly. "The therapist has already submitted a report to the court." He started bargaining. He'd change. He'd go to therapy. He'd do whatever it took. That's when I told him about the full custody arrangement I was petitioning for, about the required supervised visits, about the parenting classes he'd need to complete. "You can't do this," he said, voice breaking. "I already did," I replied, 6 weeks ago, when I started documenting everything. His face went white. "You've been planning this?" I picked up Liam's favorite dinosaur toy, the one my husband had hidden in the garage because it was too babyish. "You spent months teaching him to hide," I said. "I spent months making sure you never could." 4 months later, I have full custody. My husband has therapy supervised visits twice a month. Liam's meltdowns have stopped. He flaps his hands freely now. He talks about dinosaurs without apologizing. And my ex-husband? He's still trying to convince people he was just being realistic, but his own mother won't speak to him. His sister, who has a special needs daughter, blocked him everywhere. Last week, Liam asked me why Daddy doesn't live here anymore. I knelt down and said, "Because Daddy forgot that your way of being in the world isn't wrong. It's just yours, and nobody gets to teach you to hide it." He smiled and went back to lining up his dinosaurs. So yeah, I'm grateful my husband supported our son's therapy, because it gave me exactly enough rope to watch him hang himself with it.